I'm very social. I love to talk. I find almost no one attractive. So, like, there's just, like, it just doesn't go anywhere, like, ever. I get asked on dates, I'm like, no, pass. And then when I do find someone attractive, I'm like, I'm obsessed with you. I need you. If I don't have you, I'm going to feel unwell.
Cut it for a second.
Like, I need.
This is 100% either someone born on the 9th, 18th, 27th, or a 9 life path because they only care about looks. They don't care about anything else. They don't care about money. They don't care about what someone's driving, their career. They just want someone who's a badass and someone who looks good. And this woman reminds me of a 9 life path because they obsess over looks. And this is why a lot of 9 men are simps because this is all they care about. Now, I will say they have high standards. Right here is a 9 with high standards.
Very
Keep
picky.
going.
Very picky.
Very picky.
All right. Let's continue.
Need them because it's so rare at this point that it like makes it extremely difficult. Or like even if they are attractive, like even if like yeah, you're a pretty face, I just don't care to speak to them. Like if I want to speak to someone,
this is exactly how they act. If they don't even look even a little bit up to their standards, they don't even want to talk to them.
Damn.
So again, I remember first when I was doing numerology, when I started this about 2 decades ago, I thought it was only the men who acted like this. Because I've seen, I talked to so many rich guys. And if they're in 9 life paths, I'm like, your wife's hot. Like, wait a second, you didn't even give me your birthday. I'm like, bro, you're richer than 9. I already know you got a baddie. Okay, you're probably divorced a few times too. It is what it is. But see, this is what she's talking about right here. They're all like this.
Damn.
They only care about looks. And this is why all the guys who are 9s are always posting pictures of themselves, being all feminine, doing their hair. Like they look like Barbie dolls sometimes. It is what it is.
Because she mentioned she's going to talk to them, right? But that means like actually talking and dating. I'm sure she smashed some of them as well.
Oh, of course.
So this is more of
she's
actually,
like the 1967 Chevy, bro.
Yeah. I'm 100% sure. But let's continue.
someone I will nonstop be thinking about like texting them or having a conversation with them. But it's so fucking rare. Like it's so rare and I just want to have a cute little fun crush and like whatever, but I can't even have a crush anymore because I'm just like, boring, like not interested, no desire for it. I need to like go to the gym.
You know what's scary? Women like this run our society. When I say run, I mean, for example,
thank God they don't fully because Kamala Harris wasn't elected.
But men want to smash, right?
Yeah.
So as a result, they'll do what they want to smash. But with women like this, I think they want what they can't have, which is everything. And the problem is most men are trying to be everything, but you can't be. So what happens is you end up having a cycle where men are trying to be what they want, but what they want isn't going to work. So I think what needs to happen is either she needs lower standards or men need to say fuck it and go their own way.
I'll tell you how this is going to end.
Yeah.
She'll be ran through by the time she's about 32 to 35. She'll want to settle down. All of a sudden, she's getting old. She'll probably have a kid with somebody at that age.
Yeah.
That guy will run off on her. Then she'll find some fucking simp to take care of her.
Yeah.
And that's how the story ends. That's how the story ends with all you women like this. And again, some of you are bad, so you can snag yourself someone worth $100 million and then divorce their ass and take their bad. I get it. But it's like a lottery ticket. Honey, you said you weren't attracted to most men. Listen, guess what? Most men who have what you want, they could be attracted to you, hon. It is what it is.
Also, TikTok is one of those things where you can find out about a woman very easily. Her mindset, what she thinks about, her dating experiences, because TikTok, they give everything for free. I'm like,
of course.
Why would you tell people everything about you on TikTok? And then they can kind of maneuver or kind of calculate, okay, you know what? She's like XYZ. Now I know how I'm going to move. Like you're giving them all your sauce up front.
There's an easier way to do it, just without looking at her TikToks or social media or IG, all that shit. You know how you know?
Birthday.
She's an American. That's how you know, man.
Yo, bro, I got a buddy of mine. Yo, this is so funny. He actually doesn't date American women anymore. You know what he does?
Casey.
Well, him too, but this is a different buddy. Successful guy. He works his ass off in America, nonstop. He'll take a break for like a month or like 3 weeks. He'll go to either a different country, Colombia, Brazil, go date over there, and then come back and work again. But while he's focused on his work, doesn't play around, and goes elsewhere. Because you know why? American women don't appreciate a man that works hard. They just want everything given to them pretty much. Not all, of course.
Anything.
And they're like, oh, well, I've been here before. Or like, thank you, but like, what about this? It never ends. You go overseas to different women. Obviously speaking, you still got to be a man, but at least you can have leverage here because, hey, they're over there in freaking Brazil. They don't know any better. And pretty much you're there as a tourist. So they'll give you the best benefits right away. So
Was so bad.
it's sad, though. It's sad.
I'm a Jewish man. I married a Muslim woman. I want to repeat this. I am a Jewish man. I married a Muslim woman. It was important for me to marry a Muslim woman because unlike a lot of these women in Christian countries, UK, Canada, Australia, the Muslims discipline their women a little bit more stringently. And what that basically means is if they're out there shaming the family, there's going to be real consequences.
Yes.
So it was very important to me to find a Muslim woman and then get all the Islam out of her. You understand? Because I think it's good for women to have religion. They need to fear something because we see what happens when they don't. All you got to do is go outside here in the streets of Brickell, and you'll see exactly what happens when women have no fear of anything. Men, I don't think they need to be religious because I can still do the right thing without fearing God. I don't know I'm not supposed to cheat on my wife. I don't need to read the Bible. I know I'm not supposed to kill people. I don't have to read the Quran to know that. I know that. Women, nah, they need to be religious. So I'm of the point of mind where women should be religious and men should not.
Yeah.
Because the women need something to fear. It is what it is. But I'm going to say this. I married a Muslim woman, and we've been together for over 2 decades.
Yeah.
Because of the numerology and astrology. It always comes back to it. Always comes back to numerology and astrology. By the way, remember me talking about roosters and snakes being in the triad? My wife's a rooster. I'm a snake.
Oh, shit.
So here's the thing. You guys have failed because you guys go to your priests, your imams, your rabbis. See, I don't keep the rabbis out. I'm throwing everyone in there. You guys go to your religious leaders and you fail. The divorce rate in those countries are 50, 60, some even 70%. With the marriages I put together, 100%. I don't miss. I know exactly what people need in everyone's life. And this is why we're going to be putting a dating course together very soon.
Yeah.
Because if you're born on a certain day, you're going to want to know what women you match up with because why waste your time? Why waste your resources on a broad that you have no future with? This is why you need numerology and astrology. Use me as an example, man.
Good point. The biggest thing I've seen guys do, it happens to everybody, no one is safe, of course, is they'll meet a girl and she looks good. So you know what? I can think about family with her moving in, all this stuff. But knowing her actual background, the whole facts, the numerology behind it is important. So that will guide you in the right path because you waste a lot of time and money. You're right. You could spend years with the wrong woman, end up getting divorced, and then it's a huge L. Versus knowing from the very beginning,
Child support.
This is no good. This is actually over for me because at that point, you're cooked. So good point, man. But yeah, I would say in Islam, women actually respect their men and have morals and standards.
This is why I'm not religious. You know this. I take religious shots at them all the time, but I respect Islam more than I do Christianity at this point. I know you got that cross on you, but I mean, the Muslim women are much more tamed than the Christian women. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of these Christian women I've seen on I with Myron have a cross on there and they're doing OnlyFans. What type of Christians are these?
Yeah.
American Christians, I'm sorry.
Well, the thing is, the problem is when you profess that this is what you are, you do the opposite. Like, for example, I say all the time, I'm not a regular Christian. I don't follow it like I should. Hence, you know, my lifestyle. But when they say, oh, I love God, I serve God, I'm a Christian, and then you're at a club partying like that, that's messed up.
So you're not a hypocrite.
No, I'm not. I said what it is. I'm a bad Christian, 100%. I'm not even following what I should be doing right now. So I don't fall into that category. When you say I am this and you do that, now it looks crazy. Which is why I got a problem with Sneeko.
Dude, this was coming.
I know, but dude, here's the problem. You can't say you're Muslim and then do shit like that. See, people don't understand this, right? My family's half and half. Half Christian, half Muslim. So I see both sides. But respectfully, I respect both. The issue is when you say you're this, the opposite, sorry, my friend, you're grifting or you're fucking lying. You gotta choose one. You can't choose the other. So, just saying.
Okay, since you're bringing this up, let's go into it. The fuck with it, man.
Just saying, bro.
Okay. How long have you known Sneeko?
2-3 years.
every time I see you guys together, you guys are giving jabs at each other. I've been with you guys together in Vegas. I've been with you guys in DC. I've been with you guys out at lunch, in the Fresh and Fit studios. You guys at each other's throats, and it's usually friendly jabs. When I saw it, I always saw you guys as like a little brother, big brother relationship. I'm sure Sneeko won't like that, but you are older than him, so you probably, he's probably more wise in the game because he's been
Content,
in it. But like you guys both, bring your stuff. You guys have been rubbing off each other. I mean, were you guys ever like good friends, or was it all like
I think
whatever?
We had an understanding. We're like, I did my thing, he did his thing, and we helped each other in different ways of value, different collaborations, coming on the show. But I think when I'm honest with him, he gets upset because I don't lie to him. Same with Myron. Hey, bro, here's what it is. I have intel coming in from different people that are higher up. If you go on this path, this was going to happen. Then they say, sometimes, they'll say, okay, well, you're just being negative, bro. I'm like, brother, I wish I was. Then when it happens, they get mad. Damn, I fucked up. Bro, I told you this. I told you what was going to happen if you go on this path. So I just think me being honest about what's happening and keeping it real, sometimes people like that don't like it.